What a phenomenal toy. You know, I went into this initially blind, but because I enjoyed the experience so much and I was able to see all the love and care and the intelligence that they put into this engineering, I actually ended up doing the whole review over just because I wanted to properly give them flowers. Unique Toys, you've really outdone yourself. Your Mudflap is incredible. I'm someone who doesn't enjoy Baver stuff. I don't enjoy panel formers, but this one converted me. This one really, really did. Such a fun, intuitive, intelligent. I just can't say these words enough because that's what this thing is embodying. It's a beautiful piece. Check out the video. I hope you like it. And I really, really enjoyed this process. Okay, thank you. Dude, I just got to say, this is actually my second time reviewing this figure because first time I went in blind. But after I went through the transformation, I was so appreciative of what Unique Toys has done over here. I was like, I have to redo this review just so that I can show them love and kind of give them their flowers. So this is obviously Mudflap, and he's called Dumber. Yo, I assure you, there is nothing dumb about this toy right here. Intelligent, intuitive design, fun, high-quality material, high-quality paint. There's nothing bad that I can say about this. Oh, maybe something tiny that I'll mention later, but it's like a 9 out of 10, dude. And like, it's warranted that I redo this review. And so I'm just going to quickly go over like what it comes with. Nice plastic credit card type thing, you know, it talks about Dumber. And dude, he has max stats, dude. That's wild. But yeah, really, really good looking bot. Geez Louise, I'm so hype about this. It really quick. I was going to say like, dude, you ever have one of those foods? Like, let's say you're not a big fan of like Mediterranean food. Then you have that one dish and you're like, and it has the potential to convert you. This has the potential, if not, has already converted me into enjoying panel formers, particularly at this scale. Maybe not the crazy large ones, but anyway. He comes with 2 little blasters over here, nice enough. And this is kind of like the weird stuff I'm going to mention to you later on. Then that's what knocks him down from like a 9 to a 10. He's incredible. He's just absolutely incredible. And when I did the original review, I went into it blind. I just had this box, and I was like, hey, it looks good enough. I like how the contour, silhouette, all of that looks. But it didn't have the instructions. I had to follow the QR code over here. And so after following through the instructions that I saw online and transforming it and having a feel for myself, I was like, this is nice, man. This is just really, really nice. And all that niceness you're going to see once I start transforming him. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Oh, so good. Okay, before we dive into the transformation, yeah, he has rubber tires, and these are nice. The rear ones roll pretty well, but the front ones, they're a little bit tighter. He will roll, and but yeah, I think, I don't know. I think there's just like a tiny bit of friction or something like that, but maybe it's this and the back of the wheel well or something, but anyway. You know, all the things that I wanted to say about giving them flowers and appreciating them, I'm going to start with showing you that there are a variety of locking mechanisms on this vehicle. You can see that little bit right over there, that trapezoid-looking thing. This is a la Magic Square, right? Same thing with this thing over here. See these bars? These these rectangular slats. Do you hear how excited I am? They secure into the arms. The arms secure in together over here. And dude, this has alternators vibes. Dude, you see the seats in there? The seats, do you see that little slit where like the little cushion area is? That's actually locking into the arms. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about this figure is that everything just locks into place. It's a really nice, secure feeling. Oh, you can see it as I pressed it kind of deep. One side is black and the other side is orange. So the orange one you can see a little bit better, but this deep sense of appreciation. Oops, I forgot to bring that down. And even, dude, do you see that there's a channel right over here for the steering wheel? Because it is required when you transform it. You do need to move that steering wheel. It's oh so nice. And even on the side of the what is it? The little chairs over here, you can see that they tab in to the door. And so it's nice and secure. Well, I got to line it up properly, but whatever, dude. You saw it before. It cleans up really, really nice. And the first time I went through it, I didn't have instructions, but I still managed to get like 90% of it. And you guys know I am panel formers. I'm just, you know, it's like it was using like actually getting to a destination. I gotta calm down. It was like getting to a destination without using Google Maps, but I just needed like the final steps to figure out where the exact apartment or home was or whatever. And so I got through most of it, and that's how easy and fun and this thing was. You can see the nice deco inside the door as well. Dude, they just went all out. You can see the little like radio thing over here, the stereo. It's just a really, really nice piece. And I don't think this thing opens up independently. No, it doesn't. It's all over here. But it has alternators vibes or like Human Alliance vibes. You know what I mean? And they just really, really, really outdone themselves. It's a beautiful piece, and I can't say enough great things about it. And so, anyway, I know we were going to jump into the transformation, but this is how much I enjoyed this toy, and just want to give them their flowers. We're eventually going to have to move over the steering wheel, so I'm just going to kind of do that now. And you can see that, yeah, it's going to go over right over the little stereo section because you want equilateral distancing on both sides later on. And then from there, we're going to lift this channel out, and that's going to untab it from the arms. That's where it was earlier. And then, yeah, you just kind of lift up. And then you can move those out of the way. And then they will also secure in later on. And what's a trip is that these, you know what? Can we do these right now? I don't have good clearance, so I'm not going to do it, I guess. But then these will pull out on both sides. And there's a lot of that stuff that you see over here. And this is going to turn into a like mean old looking grill later on. So you can see already the back is kind of coming like loose, right? And I'm trying to remember all of this right now. But yeah. So these bits will open up. There you go. There you go. I really like this toy. And perhaps it's a little bit of orange bias. I really, really like this toy. It's very nice. And, oh, so when these open up, you know, it's one of those intuitive things. You look at this and you're like, oh, there's a slider. So you're like, it's probably going to slide up, right? And so that's going to be cool. Same thing for this other side. You bring it out and you're like, cool. This is how it would look. This is how it would look normally. So you're going to bring it up and then you're going to slide that in there. And all of that is going to compress on the inside very neatly. Oh, and then the back part, we're going to lift this whole thing up. It's going to become, so there's like tabs everywhere, right? Like everything has like a corresponding place. You see those orange bits? Those are just at the front of the toes, dude. It's just so well designed. It's just so smart. And then this, the little license plate, we're going to flip in. Yeah, and I'm just going to fumble around like a little bit. But yeah, ultimately, these are going to go like this. And they are going to slot into the rib cage underneath the arms and stuff. And like seriously, doesn't this give you like alternators vibes, right? Right? Human Alliance stuff. So from here, we are going to untab the legs together. And they're in a 90-degree position. And then you're going to bring them down. Man, I really like this toy. And I don't like panel formers. But I love smart engineering. Smart, fun engineering. And so, if I remember this correctly, I'm trying to do this all by memory right now. This is going to flip down. Yeah, I love the feet, by the way. This is the underside of the foot, and I love that they gave it texture like that. It's almost like a car mat, right? And so this is going to, yeah, that's going to all flip out. This is going to come down over here, and then the toe is going to wrap around the outside of that. And that's going to be the underside of the foot. One of the things that I also really like about this is that there's this bar over here, right? It doesn't do anything in alt mode, but what you do, it's on a double hinge. Then you bring that out, and it's going to secure into the wheel well. There's this little bit that's popping out from over there, right? And then so you just kind of lift it, bring it over the tire, and then you just get it into the empty space, and that's locked in. That's nice. I love that secure feeling, you know what I mean? I hate when stuff is just flippity-floppity, and this is not one of those. This is not one of those, yeah. Bring that down, bring this down, flip over the toe. You see what I'm talking about, the intuitive nature of this? And then you can just see, oh, it has a double hinge. It's probably going to hinge forward. And then finding that this locked in here, that's just a really satisfying, fun feeling, dude. I don't know if they've borrowed this engineering from somewhere else, but either way, like, I don't know. I'm just going to assume that this is just an original product from their side. I mean, really, really just kudos to them. And so this bit, we're going to spin around now, right? Just make sure I'm getting the clearance on this. Okay. And these are going to be the side flaps. I don't recall if this turns around. I guess it does. Yeah. And then this is going to... Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. And what's cool is, so we're going to untab the arms from the bottom of this thing, right? So this all opened up. And the seats of the chair are then going to compress. And those same slots that we're using are now going to fit onto that windshield. Or maybe it's not the same. Oh, it is the same slots, yeah. And then you just kind of plug them in. Again, nice and secure. There's a place for everything. And then we're going to bring this down. And ultimately, this is all going to like come together. But before we do all of that, let's just separate the arms. Then you see they tab in over here. They tab in over here. And what's really cool is he has these little shoulder bits that come out to help with range of motion and stuff. And yeah, okay, you know what? At this point, now we have clearance. I'm going to start... You can see all of this is like coming apart. I'm going to start working this out. And it's on a post. There you go. And you need that clearance. Same thing for this one as well. You have to wiggle it because it's so tight. Then once you get it, then you can kind of put a little bit more torque into it and get it to be loose. But yeah, it's a nice, tight, secure fitting. You can get the arms kind of removed. Get them out of the way. Get them out of the way. What I was going to say was this is ultimately going to wrap around the arms as well. It's just a lot of fun stuff. And this will also come out, and that's going to be the waist. That's going to be the thing that locks everything in place. The arms I'm not going to mess with too much at the moment because we can just kind of mess with the configuration like later on. But we're going to do that. We're going to get the head, this whole cowl piece, and we're going to get it to spin. And it will kind of, yeah, it will sit up top. Actually, I think you can get the lock in on the bottom. Whatever, dude. Doesn't really matter that much. So we do that. These, again, are on a double hinge, so you can tell, like, okay, they're going to kind of like hinge forward. And I looked at the box, and I was able to see how they ultimately kind of configure in the end. We do that. And the arms are... There's nice ratchets where they're supposed to be. Some are friction, some are ratchets, but I just feel like it's just again intelligently decided on when they're going to implement what. So yeah, see those tabs at the top of the roof? They're also going to tab in to the back of the seats. If I can get that properly. Come on. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Everything is going to sit in there. And then you want to make sure that these orange bits, they pass these bars for clearance, right? And, oh, before I forget, this bit is also going to... It's, I don't exactly know where I have to kind of like exert the pressure, but yeah, this bit will also come out. There you go. But it's extremely tight. It's extremely tight. I'd rather have it tight than loose, but it's good enough that you can wiggle it out. And there you go. Just get the clearance, and you can have them looking all like evil and angry, like, eh. And then these, I think they go like that. Okay. Okay. And then the tires, they're going to hide on the inside. But again, you just got to make sure that you get those, you get clearance. This is probably the trickiest part of the transformation, but like once you get everything out of the way, like you'll see that it closes up, and then you can use that bit to fasten this together. But as you're doing this, you just want to make sure that the wheels are inside the wheel wells. And I think we got it. But I just gotta make sure to fasten this bit properly. There we go. Oh, no, it came undone. Do I not have the doors down in the right place? Yeah, you can see there's not a ton of space in there. And so you just want to make sure. Okay, it's all secured now, but I forgot to get the tires in there, so I'm gonna have to kind of undo that. Get the tires to sit up properly on both sides. And that the back area also, you got to make sure everything is tabbed in. I'm having a little bit more difficulty than what it actually is, and perhaps something is just kind of out of place, but earlier when I transformed it, everything was smooth like butter. Everything was ultra-source smooth. And let me see if I could just clean it up off camera. 1 second. Okay, that took a lot longer than I'd care to admit, but yeah, just had to get the fitting right. And then so at this point, we bring the doors back, and what's cool is this thing, that bar will plug in to the side, and then this will come down, and then against this space, you'll see that that'll just kind of cover that up. Then we'll get the arm in there. We could bring this up. Same thing for this side. We bring that down, and then we tab it in. We tab it in. There we go. The side. Bring that down underneath the arm. And then now we can just kind of start fidgeting with the arm, making sure that the elbow crook is in the right place. Or not. The elbow's on the bottom. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that's about right. And then we get the fingers. Then we fix up the doors. Bring out the ears. And then, my dear, we are... Oh, what a nice looking figure, right? I mean, seriously, I like this guy so much. Didn't think I would, but that transformation was fun. It was intuitive, intelligent, and I can appreciate just so many components of just what they've done, and I think it is a beautiful piece. Here's where the little bit of the weirdness comes from, actually, and this is when we're trying to attach the blasters. The thumb cannot be on the inside of the hand when you attach the blaster. And so you're just going to put that in, slot that into his palm. And I can't do that right now. Bruh. Okay. And then you can wrap the outside fingers on it, but then the thumb is going to be outside that blaster. So that's a little bit weird. I guess it's not even a safety position. It's just weird. And this one, even though he has a larger hand, it's pretty much the same thing. In the images, they kind of show the thumb on the inside. I'm not exactly sure how they did it because that's a clearance nightmare if you ask me. But yeah, and I don't know if he had blasters. Did they have blasters in the movie? Maybe, huh? When they're fighting Devastator and stuff. But this is how he looks, dude. This is how he looks with the blasters. And that's the thing I was telling you about that I thought was a little bit weird, is that the thumb has to sit on the outside. That's the only reason I would like drop him down from like a 9 to a 10. But even that I feel like is not worth it, dude. This is as close to as a 10 of a Bayformer flappity flat panel guy that you're going to get from me. He's incredibly nice. The materials feel very, very nice, high quality. Paint is done really well. There's a little bit of two-tone action going here where this is a little bit dark because it's on top of a black plastic. And they could have gone over perhaps with one more spray. But I don't know, man. He's nice, dude. And on the arms over here, you get, if you move this out of the way, there's ratchets. Nonetheless, I am kind of like holding this bit in just because I don't want to put too much pressure on that part. Nice movement. There's swivel on the bicep and also swivel on the shoulder, depending on like where you want to move it. And then he has elbow, decent enough, 90 degrees. And like he's going to get into some expressive poses, you know. Certainly there's some limitations due to some of the kibble and stuff like that. But again, like what do you really want, right? Sorry, get that under his armpit. Move that out of the way. I mean, I guess you can keep it there for certain angles, but if you want the full, then you gotta like lift that up, and that's fine, dude. Like I said, the paint, materials, everything feels great about this. I don't know if I own any Unique Toys, their products, but this is certainly a converter for me. This is certainly a point of conversion. Same thing with like the panel forming stuff. As far as legs go, these are on tension, just friction. But the outward one is on a ratchet, decent enough ratchet. These are also on tensions. Oh no, they're on ratchets. I take that back. And then so he has like ankle tilt and stuff like that. And yeah, you can do like the full Zangief if he wanted to. The full Van Damme as well. Shout out to Bobby Skullface. And yeah, it doesn't have like an ab crunch, you know, but I mean, what are you going to do? He's all Kool-Aid Man right over here, you know what I mean? And so he's chunkified there. Head has a swivel. I will say I do wish they painted more of the ears a little bit better, because like you can see the behind the scenes the paint is not done as well. And so let's say I were to kind of angle this upward for whatever reason, you would see the back, and then the back just shows like overspray, not overspray, but it's not meant to be painted. But yeah, so you just kind of give him the droopy puppy dog ears, and then you won't see that paint stuff that I was talking about. Just a really, really nice figure, man. I'm telling you, dude. If you're into Bayverse stuff, and what is this guy from? Dark of the Moon? Or Revenge of the Fallen? Revenge of the Fallen, maybe, right? This guy's worth it. He's totally worth it, dude. Has vibes of Human Alliance, alternators. They're called Binaltech, right? In Japan or something like that. It's a good figure. It's a good figure. Fun transformation. And if you're not a Bayverse panel former person like me, I promise you'll still be able to enjoy this guy. You'll still be able to enjoy this guy just because everything is just so intelligently done. Kudos to Unique Toys. And yeah, thank you to ShowZ for sending this to me. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was a really, really fun one. Yeah, I can't say that enough. See ya.